everybody, JPT back here with another edition of Timber and Stone, getting closer to where we will actually unpause the game for more than 5 seconds. What I did while I was off camera was that I went ahead and built all of my roads, at least my 3 roads, so I went way over that hill. So we did that one in the last episode, pretty cool. Then we also went ahead and built a road all the way over here. Now I got pretty lucky, just had one little nook in the road that I had to take, and so I did it that way. Zoom back over to where our hall is, and had maybe 1 or 2 little nooks in the road there to where the road now connects to the edge of the map. I will unpause the game now to show you how everyone, as long as you have that designation of wait in the hall while idle, how everyone just flocks. And I tested it real quick right before I started, and watch. Hit P. It's the mass exodus to the hall area, and as you see, they'll kind of hang out and about around here. They may move around a little bit, and that guy, I don't know what he's doing. What are you doing, bro? Get back over here. There you go. That is way better. As you can see here, this guy's running around. Did he get his knife yet? Let's see. No, he has not gotten his knife yet. Food only has a mass of 0.25, so you might be like, well, he's got 16 things of food. Well, not really. Actually, he's got that going on. Ooh, and this is great. He's picking those berries, and I'll be able to actually remove that bush. So again, certain things have certain mass limits, and that is that particular one. See, now we have enough stone for this to get built. So if I'm not mistaken, yeah, see, this guy's going to run over here, and he's going to now do that. And see, they just kind of roughly move around there. I'm going to go ahead and designate that bush for removal. So as soon as this guy's done with these trees, he'll come over here, remove that bush, and then we can actually designate that piece of dirt for removal. And so now we have here, we have a stockpile, and if you right click on, or left click on it, you'll see how much current storage it has. And so as you see now, he's going to go ahead and sort of, oh, is he going to do this now? Yeah, he's going to do this now. They kind of just do whatever they want, but you can sort of be like, no, 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 I want you to come over here. So I'm going to go ahead and say like, no, 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 you go over there. Send David back over there, but it's possible that when every time he comes back here, he may want to kind of just take care of business over here. So if that's the case, we may have to undesignate this, because actually at this point, I'm not too terribly concerned. Oh, cool, level 4 woodchopper. So now that I think about it, where are you going now? What are you doing? What are you doing? I have no idea what he was just doing. But as you can see here, people will come here for that particular resource. So again, you kind of want to have it centralized. Okay, so he's coming over here now to get rid of this bush. Very cool. And bam, that was just like, done. I got it. Go ahead and click on that to get rid of it. I'm just trying to figure out why he keeps coming back here. Oh, is he helping create the axes? Surely not. No. He's up to something. Right now he's mining stone. It's always fun to try to figure out the habits of these things. Yes, I know you're human. That's kind of funny. Let's see what his encumbrance is. Stone has a mass of... what are you doing? Emptying inventory. Oh, so he's emptying it here first, then he'll empty it there. Well, that's kind of interesting. Food and seeds, again, kind of running into some problems there. Eventually we will want to build a storage container for food barrels, and those are super expensive. I hate the fact that you have to have copper ingot for those to work. I don't know why it has to be copper. I've always thought iron would make a lot more sense. But, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. So, no, I don't want to deconstruct. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the game again. I know, I'm pausing the game. Some of you probably don't care. And we're going to plant some crops today. So let's go ahead and farm so that good old Matthew can get to work here. We have a number of seeds you start with. They're all random, so you're not guaranteed all the seeds. You do want to try to get ahead and get with some wheat and cotton at least, or at least wheat and flax. Wheat, I guess, isn't terribly important. But we've got a pretty good spread here. At least we have a couple paths to making that string for that fishing pole if we need to. But at this point, we have the one, so hopefully it will actually get built. If not, you can actually get away with doing that. So I'm going to keep a little bit of room because I am keeping in mind that I'm going to build a building around this hall. And essentially, my idea is to have these farms on the outskirts of the actual building of the walls. So, leaving a little bit of space, I'm going to go ahead and... I don't remember what the nice designation for farms is, but I'm going to make mine 9 by 9. That might be too ambitious, or maybe not ambitious enough. I just don't quite remember what the number is. I vaguely remember 11 by 11, but that might be too ambitious. Because let's see how many we have. We have cotton, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and of course you have the opportunity to get more seeds as that comes in. So essentially that would need to be 55 with the space in between, so about 60 blocks. Let me see what that looks like. So essentially the farm would be like bigger than 50. So it would be bigger than that. So that, I don't know if I want a farm to start off that way. We can maybe take it there. So let's back off of that number. Let's see, it'd be 50 would be 9 by 9. So let's do that. I think that's probably pretty good, because if we do that, then it goes to 50, and yeah, that's it. That's pretty much in line where I think the walls are going to be. Again, I think Minecraft is a really good game if you have that game to sort of build things in, just to kind of see what things would look like if you were to build them in your worlds. So let's see here. Let me get rid of that and go ahead and do farms. I'm just eyeballing it here, because that gives us 3. So I have a wall here, and if I have a wall that's 3 thick here, I don't know. Again, just throwing that out there. And, you know, it won't fill up automatically. We only have 5 seeds, and of course that's 9 by 9, and that's never going to get anywhere close anytime soon. So that, I might be overdoing it. I've never quite wrapped my head around farms, so I'm not the guy to help you with that particular resource, but you can watch and learn by my mistakes if that happens to be what happens here. So again, I'm planting everything. My farmer's going to be super busy. So we're going to go ahead and farm all of this stuff. That tree's going to be in the way, isn't it? Indeed it is. Oops. Let me go ahead and remove the corn. Oh wait, does that automatically take? No. Okay, so let me go ahead and let me go ahead and chop that tree. And pause the game, find my wood, chop all. There you are. What are you doing? Probably dumping your inventory. Waiting for 4 seconds to figure out which tree you want to chop. Now where are you going? No, 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 no. You want to chop this tree. Oh boy. Where are you going now? Let me just tell you to come over here. How about you come over here? Help me out. I did designate that tree to get chopped, right? Yeah, I was over here. Yeah, you walk all the way over here. You chop this tree. That's what I want from you. Yeah. Not set to independently chop the trees just yet, so... Oh, come on. Do you actually have... You probably don't have any tools. You probably broke it, didn't you? Yeah, because we're failing at crafting all this stuff. We have axes, though, which is really strange. Alright. Very, very strange. Let me... I always want you to have an axe. So this is new. This must be new, that you always need to tell them what to carry on them. So yes, always carry your axe. You can also always tell them to carry a torch or a sword or something like that if they're going to run into problems. So let me change these settings on all these guys and see what happens, because Again, this is all brand new. This always keep system, I don't recall from the last time we were out. So I always want the carpenter to always have a hammer. I always want you to have a hoe. Okay, blacksmith should always have a hammer. Carpenter always have a hammer. Farmer with a hoe. Woodchopper with the axe. Miner with a pickaxe. There's a difference. Builder with a hammer. And the forager always should have his hunting knife. And I eventually will get you more stuff. Fisherman should always have a fishing pole, if possible, and a hammer. So I think we went all the way around. So, yeah, let's see if maybe that fixes the problem. So now this guy should come back here, and as you can see, he used the road, which is pretty cool. So those designations are working. Now what are you doing? It's gathering required items. What is this? Yeah. So does he have... No, he doesn't have one. But we have axes in the inventory. Very strange. All right, well, they do want a wood chest. So let me go ahead and build one of those. Maybe that will, or the tool chest. That maybe will fix the problems we're having here. So let's see, y'all. Eventually, I plan on having a door right there. So I think here. Let me see. Doors. Because he's not cutting down any trees, which is weird. Yeah, so the solid wood door would be like that. Interesting. Well, he's having a very difficult time cutting down trees, which is really strange. So we may just have to... Let's just go ahead and designate this corn as that. Just try to keep in mind that that tree may never get cut down. Let me go ahead and do not chop that tree. And let's see if we can find some more trees that he'll cut down. So, chop. Let's go ahead and chop those trees down. Yeah, I want to keep those. Very strange. Again, game's not perfect, and it might be human error. Maybe something I'm doing. Yes, I know that the tools are being hit their limits. Okay, so now he's got an axe. Very strange. Very, very strange. Let me go ahead and chop that tree too, see what he does. But it's very, very strange. Another thing you can do, if I'm not mistaken, is you can... I'm pretty sure you can plant trees. Yeah, and so we have trees that you can plant, and you get those by just chopping those down. Eventually you get seedlings, and then you can plant them wherever you want. So don't worry that like, oh, I don't want to cut this tree down. You have a way of doing that. Also, you have a way of putting hedges around as well, and shrubbery and stuff like that. So that is a newer thing that has been added to the game. Oh wow, so this may end up becoming kind of our mining area, because as you can see here, he's just going to town and doing a pretty good job so far. Is a level 2. Eventually we'll get there. I'm just going to keep that notification there because, well, until he comes back with the wood, that chest will not be built. And we are at 36 out of 320. So we're doing good on the mining. And as you can see here, this is where all the designations are for farms, and so that's as many seeds as they were able to put. But again, thinking about the future in this instance. All right, so plant every crop you have. That's one thing you want to do. Also, you want to eventually build a carpenter's bench, a couple forges, an anvil, as well as a mason's bench, and of course that stone pile by the mine, which we already did right there. And you want to drop a wood pile by your dense trees if possible. That wood pile is probably the furthest away that it needs to be. So I guess technically I should tell him to go over there and cut those trees, which after he gets done cutting down. Where'd you go? I guess I can find him this way. There he is. Okay. Is he coming to cut this tree down? Yes, perfect. Okay. Well, as soon as he cuts that tree down, I'm going to tell him to get rid of that stump. And then we will move on from there. Sound good? But again, another kind of quick episode. You can see that this game has some bugs involved. I try to keep these videos around 15 minutes to 20 minutes. I think in the future there'll be a few more sort of I'll be right back kind of moments where I'll sort of build something and explain it after the fact. But this is essentially the first hour of the game. I mean, just the prep alone, trying to figure out who's doing what professions. I mean, honestly, that could take you about 30 minutes to 45 minutes if you are really, really specific about it like I am. And, of course, I had other things going on in the background. So, okay, pause, remove that stump, and I'm going to tell him to immediately turn around. And then that way he's like, oh, yeah, I need to cut this down now. And then I'm going to pause. Let's go ahead and do the rest of that corn to make this a full 9x9. Oh, designations cannot overlap. So, actually, let me remove that and remove that. Getting away with this one. I don't think that's something that you can get away with all the time. Okay. Because what I want to do, actually, since the wood stuff is over here, I'm going to just have them chop. Let's see, those trees and these trees and that tree. Oops. Yep, there we go. That'll keep him busy for a little while. So, that is probably going to do it for this episode. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to kind of look at this and do a little building myself. As you can see here, the tool chest was built by somebody. Good deal. So there we got our chest. As you can kind of see, it's going to be in that sort of hall for right now. Eventually, all those tool chests are just going to be scattered throughout. Each building is going to have its own tool chest. So I would just recommend putting a tool chest in every single one of your buildings if you're going to build individual buildings for your people. And that's exactly what I'm going to try to figure out for the next episode. Kind of figure out where my walls are going to go and where each of the buildings are going to go. Of course, with the sort of little lake right here. Essentially, just so you can kind of get an idea. Oops. Let me just do this. I'm going to have some walls here. So basically the walls are going to come up and around this way. The hall is going to be kind of in the corner of the establishment. And then essentially all this area in between is going to be for all of my different, my carpenter and my carpenter, my stonemason, my whatever. I can't even think. I gotta go take a quick break and kind of take a breather from talking, because there's a lot that goes on in this game. It's a really sort of mental game, which I appreciate. So again, sort of walls on the outside in this big area here, and I'm not sure exactly how far around, but essentially we'll be working mainly in this area here with farms on the outside, and we'll play it fun with having a sort of a wood cabin out there for that guy. And you know, never know, things might come bump in the night and come after that guy. We'll have to wait and see what happens. So until next time, this is JPT. Feel free to leave a like and subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing. And until next time, go play your games, and I'll be seeing you.